Hey y'all, my name's Seth Packan, and this is Podunk Perspective, a podcast based on the Podunk Perspective. Podunk Perspective. We are here with my man Justin Corley. How we doing,
Very good. Very good.
dude? How'd you get to town?
Dude,
Where you from?
I'm from very, very small place in South Carolina. We got cows on Main Street. It's called Saluda. There's a Saluda, South Carolina, and a Saluda, North Carolina. When you say Saluda, everybody's like, "Oh, I love North Carolina." I'm like, "No, that's that's the inferior Carolina, dude." Like. But yeah, me and my wife, we moved up 3.5 years ago, like we said. Friday morning, crisp spring morning. It's still kind of weird to think, like, growing up in a town that small, you moved 7-8 hours away from anybody you really know,
Right.
and just started a whole new life here.
So when did that thought kind of come in your mind when I was like, hey, I'm moving to Nashville, or I want to move to Nashville?
Oh, it was always like one of those things that was kind of in the back of my head. Like, I grew up in the church, and like I would play on Sundays and stuff like that. And all the older heads would come and they'd be like, "So when you moving to Nashville? Like, if you play at a Sunday service or anything like that."
Is this high school, middle school, or like when was this kind of?
So like elementary school through high school.
Yeah.
And then I stopped in kind of college and I started playing bars. And then like we lost somebody close to us, and I was like, I'll just go ahead and move. Why not? Live a little life.
Yep. So that transition to Nashville, how different was that coming from the town where
it's
you're
still
from?
so freaking different.
Yeah.
It's wild. Like, there's a lot of buildings here, obviously, and there's not many buildings at all. We got a shit potload of pine trees.
Yep.
Pretty much it. Fresh air, not a whole lot of that here. It's different, dude. I'm still trying to get used to it. Honestly, it's just noisy, and it's
What are some things you did back home? Like, did you like hunt, fish?
Yeah, hunting, fishing, like, all the typical shit. This is gonna sound terrible, but like me and my best friends, we like every Thursday we would go ride dirt roads. Like, we found out from a very young age that I could buy beer without a fake. So like when we were in high school and I got my license, like we would go ride this road called 7 Mile. That's what we would do a lot of the time, is just ride dirt roads and drink cold beer. That's awesome. It's life well lived. I'm telling you. Yeah, I miss that.
So were you, like, when did you pick up the guitar? When did that come into play? Because, like, I know singing in church doesn't necessarily require a guitar,
Yeah. That happened, like, my grandpa, we were going to see one of my uncles one day. It was raining, so we couldn't really work or do anything around the house. And we got to talking. My grandpa played guitar, and my uncle played guitar, and they asked me, they were like, "Have you ever thought about wanting to play guitar?" And I told them, I was like, "I've always wanted to play."
Yeah.
So my grandpa thought about that, and the next time I went to his house a couple days later, he had gotten this guitar that was actually my great granddaddy's, and the neck on it was broken, but he glued it back together and fixed it. And when he passed away, he gave it to my grandpa. And then my grandpa had it strung up and sitting there for me, ready to be played. Next time I was there, he was like, "Your birthday's coming up. Here's this." And I was like, "Hell yeah." Nice.
That's sweet.
Yeah, dude.
That's really cool.
Big time.
What did your first concert look like?
Are we talking like concert as in just bar gig, or like?
How about let's start with the first concert you went to. Is like,
Oh, first concert. Okay.
Yeah, like
first
up,
concert I went to, I was 14. We saw Travis Tritt at the Newberry Opera House.
Yeah.
So that was cool. He was one of my favorites back then. Like, me and my dad, we would ride around like in his truck all the time when I was a kid, and like he had all like the tapes and everything.
Right.
Travis Tritt CDs, and he kind of taught me how to sing with that. So getting to see Travis Tritt was cool as hell,
Yeah.
But then on the concert side of things, like, that I played last year, I got to open for 1,000 Horses at that same place, at the Newberry Opera House.
Sweet.
Yeah, I was like, okay, 10 years later, that's kind of sick,
You can't
little
beat
full
that.
circle moment, But stuff like that is just kind of a sign in my eyes. You know, it's like,
Right.
okay, you were here, now you're here.
Right. You're working towards
Yeah,
something.
exactly.
You know.
Dude. It's cool as shit.
So let's go to the first gig you played. What did that look like?
Dude, you talk about being nervous, dude. It was freaking terrible. Like, I was in college at the time, and I had a bunch of buddies that were in the same fraternity that I was in.
What college did you go to?
I went to Lander University in Greenwood, South Carolina. Nice. Yeah, dude, Harvard of the South. Nice. I'm telling you. But I played at this place called T.W. Boone's right there on Main Street, and it was all people that I knew. And we actually, I think somebody told us we set a record that night, or that was back before I had a band, but like I set a record for like a crowd that drank the most beer just because they were all people from awesome. Saluda. Yeah. Which, you know, it wasn't that many people there. They just boozed up heavily, you know, but I mean, that's part of it. But I was like fighting myself through the songs, dude. I was so nervous just for no reason, because it was the first time I'd done it, you know, but it is what it is. And then
when does it, like, do you still get nervous when you step up on stage?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Not like,
as bad as it first was,
no,
but
God, no. Any Broadway gigs that I play, like, I don't really get nervous at all. I'm nervous about tomorrow, I will say that.
Yeah, what's going on tomorrow?
So tomorrow, I'm playing, like, my first headlining ticketed gig back in South Carolina.
Let's go.
Yeah, dude, I'm nervous as hell about that.
Where
Not
at?
like nervous. It's at Doc's Tavern in Greenville.
Sweet.
Yeah, it'll be cool. But I'm not necessarily like nervous. I'm just like, damn, dude, what if nobody shows up? Then I look like a tool, you know. But nah, I got a bunch of buddies that say they're gonna be there, so we're gonna have a good time. But
that's sick.
You know, it's one of those deals too. Mm-hmm. A little nervousness.
So coming to Nashville and stuff and putting out music, kind of tell us how that experience has been.
That's also been an experience. It's completely different from like when I was doing it back home. I released 2 songs before we moved here. Like one I released in January. That was my first song I put out. And then in April, I put out my second single, and then didn't put out music for like another year. And then another couple months I didn't put out music, and then another couple months I didn't put out music. Yeah. And here we are now. Yeah. But I've been in the studio a lot this past year, and I've got like 6 or 7 singles that we're working on that I'm pretty excited about.
Sweet.
Yeah, dude. They're rock. Like it's cool as hell. But like it's mainly just been like trying to figure out who I am as a writer. Right. You know, that's
kind of okay then that you kind of been, you know, in between on the, like, putting out the music thing, you know, because you're figuring it out.
That's
the
thing, man. And like anybody can crap on a plate and be like, I made this, you know. Right, yeah. But like, I don't want to do that. Yeah. You know, you hear like a lot of people talk about, the first couple songs that I put out, I'm not really that proud of because I was just trying to put something out. I mean, I've just been trying to grow myself as a writer. And now, like an artist, being able to put those out, you know?
Yeah, who are some writers that you tend to lean into, you know, trying to write these songs to
Liam Coleman, definitely Joe Bryson. I've got a couple with my buddy Sean Ward, PJ Repetto, guys like that. They kind of get the vibe that we're going for.
Those are all great guys right there, you know?
They're strapping fellas, to say the least.
So, for people that maybe have never heard your music, would you say your music's more on the rock side?
Yeah.
You know, for the most part.
Yeah, big time.
With a little bit of country in there.
Yeah, it's like...
Tough question.
Yeah. I don't know how exactly I'd describe it, but it is definitely like... I mean, it's country rock. It's under that umbrella.
Right.
But, you know... Somebody told me once that I sounded like if Garth Brooks and Coetzel had a love child, and I was like... That's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's actually a good compliment.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take it all day.
Right.
Which I guess I can see it.
Right. No, that's so cool. I mean, yeah, you probably have some songs that are country rock, and then you have some songs that are rock country.
Yeah,
you know, like
exactly.
You have some that lean a little bit more one way than the other.
Yeah.
So when you're in the what's kind of tell us the process of you in the studio and recording these songs and.
Well, lately it's been a lot of cussing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been good. I've been working with my guitar player a lot. He's kind of one of the ones that understands the vein and the sound that I'm trying to push for the most. But we do like a lot of drum tracking, and he stays on top of it, like with charting stuff out and figuring out parts and this, that, and the other. But it's like the first time that I've really been able to be a part of the creative studio process where like him and if we're tracking drums, the guy tracking drums, they're both like, okay, well, what did you think about this? What did you think about that?
Right.
What do you want? What are you talking about? And they're listening to like what kind of fills I'm talking about putting in. I love it, dude.
Yeah.
I've always seen videos of people like in the studio and wanted to do that and not just send something off to somebody and get something back, you know?
Yeah. That's so cool. So what like would you say, you know, are some influences to your music? You know, some artists out there that kind of influence your music?
Definitely like all the Red Dirt guys out of Texas, like Pecos and the Rooftops, Gio and the Guns, Austin Meade. But, you know, there's also another side of that. Like when we were growing up, my dad listened to Keith Whitley and Earl Thomas Conley and, you know, shit like that. And then my mom, you know, when I was a baby, she told me the other week, she was like, I know why you turned out the way you did. And I was like, why? She was like, because I had I had the chocolate starfish and the hot dog flavored water on CD when you were a baby. And I was like, no freaking way, dude. That makes so much sense. She was banging Morning View by Incubus, that whole album, when I was a little dude. It makes so much damn sense, dude.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's sick. I love it.
No, that's so cool. So, coming into like releasing these next few songs, can you give us any release dates or kind of give us a little sneak peek into like your plans of, you know, what these songs are going to sound like?
Yeah. So, there's this one song that we've got coming out. It's called Loser Like Me. Yeah. And I actually wrote it about how my wife is just as lame as I am. Like, you know, I'll probably play it here in a second, but it's like, the verse is like, she used to be every outcast dream, dated the star of the football team. No way in hell she'd ever fall for a guy like me. And like, you know, it's just that kind of deal. It's cool as hell, dude. I mean, it's like Wheatus in cowboy boots and all kinds of shit like that, you know? So,
that's tight.
Yeah, I'm excited.
So, growing up in South Carolina, like, you know, but kind of leaning towards that like Red Dirt, Texas, and being a fan of that, you know, were you kind of like the only person in South Carolina listening to that? Like, did you feel that way?
Yeah,
you know?
dude. I was actually for the longest time, like, and it pissed me off so much, dude.
Because they're really good.
Yeah, they're freaking awesome. And like I told you, dude, I remember it distinctly. Like, me and my buddy were riding dirt roads one week, and that is right after this damn song by Pecos came out. Yeah. I was like, dude, I heard this shit on YouTube the other day. It is awesome. Right. And he was like, put it on, play it. He was like, no, it sucks. I was like, dude, this is a bang. And then a year later, like, he's bumping it like crazy. And I'm like, why? Why now? You know? It's old as hell to me now. Yeah. You know? But I don't know. Like, a bunch of people, when we got to college, I started listening to Co. Saw him for the first time in 2019 and then started listening to it at all the frat parties and everything like that. And everybody else was like, kind of slaps. So, you know. Yeah, dude.
You got to put him on. You
know, a little bit of a trendsetter, you know what I'm saying?
No, right. You got to be. So, kind of tell us your favorite gig you've had back home. You know, I know you've been on a festival lineup of maybe more than once. I
think so.
Yeah, there.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Probably.
Greenville, South Carolina.
Oh yeah. That was last year. The Greenville Country Music Fest. Yeah.
Yeah. Tell us kind of how that experience was.
I mean, it was cool, dude. We got to play one of the acoustic stages last year, and there were a bunch of people that actually. I was very surprised because you never think like that's gonna be like any kind of deal whatsoever. But, you know, I get done with my set, and there's people that bought tickets to the festival just to see me on one of the acoustic stages. I'm like, hell yeah.
Yeah, no, that's sweet. You know, well, especially just getting put on, and that's kind of like hometown for you, right? You know, dude. So that's got to be some great exposure. And then you also you had a chance to see some of those people you were mentioning earlier, that were in that lineup. And, Braxton Wilson, I mentioned him a few times on this podcast.
Yeah, Braxton's cool.
Yeah, he's just a good dude.
Man.
Yeah, he puts on some good festivals.
Oh, definitely, dude. He juggles so much, though. Like, he's got it going on.
Yeah, he's grinding.
Which his wife, her and her family, they're from Saluda too.
Yeah.
So I grew up with a lot of them too.
Oh, that's sweet. That's really cool.
Played golf with her brother Garrett, which I say I played golf, dude. I was on the golf team. I sucked. I still suck, but I was on the team, you know. So yeah. But yeah, I know all them, dude.
Are there some good courses out there? I feel like there would be some good courses out there in
very scenic,
South
dude.
Carolina.
Yeah, in my hometown, like we got this place called Persimmon Hill. Shout out Persimmon Hill. Give me free golf, please. But like it's called the Thrill on the Hill. It's nice, dude. Like it's very scenic, I guess you'd say, but it's laid back. You know, it's nothing like here where everybody's like go go go, play quick. You know, it's laid back as hell. Well, it's tight.
That's really cool. So you made the move here in 22. You said right. Mm-hmm. When did you officially start playing on Broadway and kind of doing that whole thing?
That was like 2 days later.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, I was blessed. I said that thing earlier about like just the signs and everything. Yeah. Like that was another one of those signs that I was kind of where I was supposed to be.
That's pretty quick. I mean, did you have something lined up beforehand?
No, not a thing. Like I was so worried. And I remember me and my wife, we were in our new apartment. My mom and dad had just left. They helped move us in and everything. Yeah. But, no, we were sitting there and I was putting together like one of those really cheap ass like bookcases from Target, and I get this text from one of the ladies that books for one of the bars downtown, and she was like, "Hey, what are you doing tomorrow?" So we moved Friday morning. This was Sunday afternoon, and the next day I was about to hit the ground running, just trying to figure out some shit to do, whether it be like
making money somehow,
somehow. But nah. By the grace of God, I got a text from one of the ladies that books for one of the bars downtown, one of the circuits, and she was like, "Hey, do you want to, what are you doing tomorrow? You should come here, come talk to us." And I get there an hour later, like, she's like, "What are you doing for the rest of the day?" I was like, "What to do?" She was like, "You want to go downtown and play a show?" I was like, "Please." Yeah, that would be lovely. That'd be incredible. So, I mean, it was pretty great. That was a blessing. I didn't really have to worry too much, but yeah.
Who was do you remember who was in that like first band or like was it was it acoustic gig?
Yeah, it was an acoustic gig. Yeah.
Where was it at?
It was at Rippey's, Maine.
Damn.
Yeah, dude.
That's tight.
I was like, wow, this is incredible. And now I'm just like, because I still play there all the time, and now I'm just like, I want to go home. But,
right. Broadway's not the same it was 3 years ago.
That's the thing, man. It's changed so much.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know what it is, honestly. Like I feel like it's just as busy, but like the vibe just isn't there.
Some damn phones, dude. I'm telling you. Mama said us some damn phones. She's right. Yeah. Dude, I mean, part of it is like there's so many new bars that open up down there all the time. And, like people are all the time like on Facebook scrolling, like just doom scrolling for no reason in the bar, and you can't keep their attention or anything like that. But part of it.
What's your craziest Broadway experience?
Well, I mean, I did get to meet Jelly Roll one time before he like really, really blew up.
That's tight.
I was playing Rippey's. It was 10 to close on like I think it was like a Tuesday or a Wednesday.
Right.
It sucked, dude. There was nobody there whatsoever. And I see this really, really, because, this is way before he lost all that weight.
Right.
I see this just gargantuan fella just rolling through, no pun intended. He's walking through the back of the bar, and I'm like, dang, that kind of looks like Jelly Roll, dude. And like he turns his face, and I see the tattoos, and I'm like, "Oh, dude, he like really looks like holy shit, that's Jelly Roll." And I turn to my band, and I'm like, "Dude, that's Jelly Roll back there." They're like, "Who?" And I'm like, "Oh, okay, word." But his manager was with him, and he came up to me while I was on stage. He was like, "Can Jelly Roll come sing a song with you?" I was like, "May he come, please?" Yeah. He came up, we took a picture, but he just did that and then left. So I was like,
That's tight.
that's sick, you know?
That's really cool.
Yeah, there was, I mean,
They probably were testing the water to see like how people's reaction would be, you know, to like to see him in public on Broadway, you know, doing his thing.
Which that's like right after Save Me came out. Like that's how.
Oh my God.
That's how long ago that was. You know, so it was really cool getting to see him. But like usually, dude, I'll tell you this. I was so pissed off last year whenever they took the goalpost and walked it down Broadway. I was so mad I wasn't playing that night. I hear people talking about that all the freaking time.
No, that had to be so cool. I mean, there's a few things. Like, I heard it was really nuts when Post Malone and Luke Combs were shooting their...
Yeah, when they were on the... Yeah, I saw them. We were playing when they were doing that, and I was like... I can't make money because of you guys right now, you know? Like, I will say this, too. Have you seen that guy on TikTok? It's like... I can't remember what the account's name. The dude's name is Noah that does it.
Okay.
But he's got the bus and he put all the speakers on the back, the wall of sound. He was like making a mobile sound weapon.
Really?
Yeah, I'll have to send you that, dude. They drove that from wherever they're from all the way to Nashville.
Damn.
Like, and it's built like a stage. They've got the speakers on the back of the bus that they gutted.
Oh my God.
And they built it up like a stage. So they got a drummer like.
So you can just drive down Broadway. And
dude. Like he's full kit
set.
and like their bass player, 2 guitarists, and this one dude named Noah's like singing on top of this shit. And like they come driving by one night when we're playing, and I'm like. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, very illegal, but so cool.
It's kind of legal, but sick.
Yeah. Which I don't care.
Yeah.
But like, you know, that was cool to see. But I try and stay away from Broadway, honestly. It's so freaking expensive at this point, you know. Like, I've got Miller High Life at the house. I'm Gucci.
Yeah, unless you're going to, like, Roberts down there.
Yeah, that's
grabbing a beer. That's the only place to grab.
$5 PBR and a bologna sandwich.
Yeah, you can't beat that.
Come on, dude.
A lot of people don't know about that, but let me tell you, it's a great deal. A great drunk snack, a great pregame snack, a great midway snack.
One of the best game time decisions you could ever make, dude.
It can be light, it can be heavy. You can throw some double bologna on there, some extra cheese. You name it, you know.
And you know that's thick cut too.
Yeah, and it has the moon pie too.
Oh yeah, dude! I forgot about the moon pie.
Yeah, you can't.
You don't find moon pies at restaurants that much.
No, not at all.
But you should.
Right.
You should.
You should. So, kind of tell us like what your biggest experience has been since living here, and you know maybe going through the ups and downs, and your biggest learning curve.
Yeah.
You know, here in Nashville.
Yeah. So biggest experience that I've had so far, it was last year at about this time. So this ties into the ups and downs too. I was having a pretty big down, and I was like, okay, well, you know, people aren't really tipping right now. I got to figure something out. So am I going to move home, or am I going to stick it out, do something here, like put the nose to the grindstone? So I got that job as a carpenter.
Yeah.
And I was actually leaving my video call for that interview just to like see your experience and everything like that. And I was on the way to Guitar Center to get some strings. And I checked my email, and I see this weird email from this company that I've never heard from before. And it was asking if I wanted to open, and this is how it was worded. So I was like, this shit's a scam.
Yeah.
Like, no. It was like, this is an opportunity that for you to open for a mainstream country artist in Nevada. And I was like, that sounds... like there's no way this is real. Right. But like I asked my mom, I was like, do you think I should do this? Like, you know, just see what it's about. She was like, there's nothing you could lose from it.
Right.
Turns out, you know, this lady's talking about opening for Riley Green at the Rio Vista Amphitheater in Laughlin, Nevada. Dude, I'm so glad I responded to that freaking email.
Holy cow.
It was the coolest thing. And I'll have to show you, like, the pictures and the videos from the set and everything. But, like, that was obviously the biggest crowd that I'd ever played for. And, like, we were, you know, there wasn't any other opener. Like, it was just us right before he went.
Tight. Full band? Or?
Yeah, dude, full band.
Oh, my God.
And, like, God, dude, it was awesome. The stage, production, everything like that was just incredible.
So what part of Nevada is that? Is that close to Vegas?
Yeah,
or?
it's like an hour outside of Vegas. So we flew into, and that's actually when you remember Hurricane Helene last year was going on. So like all these flights and stuff were getting canceled, and we wake up the morning that we were supposed to fly out, and our drummer texted in the group chat. He was like, "Our flight got canceled, so we need to figure something out." Yeah. And I wake up and I'm like, "Oh." And I'm like, "Oh my God," I start freaking out, and I start calling the manager at the time that was helping us book that, and she and her husband like did a great job of like conducting, figuring out these flights and everything. And we got there, so
that's great.
But no, it was awesome. Flew into Vegas. That was the first time I'd ever been in the desert, and I was like, "This is definitely different."
It's different.
Yeah, because
people don't get it.
Yeah, that's the thing, dude. Like coming from South Carolina, like it's kind of like Louisiana. It's humid as hell, like hot as shit. That kind of deal. But like we're out there, and I'm like, I'm cold, but I'm burning the hell up at the same time,
Yeah,
but,
and like you just become dehydrated instantly.
Yeah, dude. It was like I went to sing, and I was like, what is going on? It's freaking out.
What that set look like? Was it like how long was it? Like 45 minutes?
So it was 45 minutes, but like last minute they cut us to 30 minutes, and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
We practiced this 45-minute set for 2 weeks, and now we got to change it last minute.
As at least they didn't say, hey, you have 25 more minutes.
No, dude, that's the thing.
Because not practicing for something like that can be tough.
Which I'll say this, like, we do audibles and we run by the seat of our pants downtown when we're playing. So that kind of gets you like in that vein to be able to do that.
Right.
But when you're on a stage like that, it's kind of hard to call it audible. But I mean, we could have done it.
Right.
But I don't know. Our manager for that gig was very impressed. They didn't think that we'd be able to cut it to 30 minutes on the dot. And like we were wrapping up last song, and I was walking off like 29, 53 seconds, 54, 55, nice. Right there at 30. So
that's perfect.
Yeah, our drummer's pretty good at keeping time, dude.
Right.
Yeah.
No, that's tight. So who are some of your best friends down here that you made,
Yeah. Definitely Liam and Joe. Like I said earlier, my buddy Kevin Moon. Yeah, Matt Marshall, the camera guy.
You just finding that circle,
Oh yeah, dude.
It's very important.
Whenever we first moved, like I didn't know anything about that. I thought you just moved here and like, you meet everybody and everybody's tight. But it is very cliquish. Yep. And I found that out the hard way. It's so funny
because it's like you move here and you're like, oh my God, everyone's so nice. Everyone's so nice.
Everybody's an ass.
But not everyone, but
No, definitely.
No, I totally get what you're saying,
Yeah.
It's just like everyone's here to work and figure out their way around,
That's the
and
thing, man.
It's just being a good hang. That's all
That's
it is.
the thing. Everybody wants the same thing that you want.
Right.
Just have fun while you're trying to figure it out.
Ego aside, teamwork, work together,
dude. That's the thing, that's another thing that I can't stand either. Like, just ego, period. Like, if anybody has an ego, that's an automatic kind of turn off in anything. And I don't know. It's like coming from such a small place, too, like, egos can be kind of few and far between, and when you finally see one, you're like,
well, it's so funny. I was just talking about this yesterday with a meeting, or at a meeting with an artist, and I was like, it's so weird because as a person, you just got to be a good person.
Oh, definitely.
But as an artist, you got to be cocky. You can't be afraid to post yourself 5 times a day or whatever it is.
You got to be able to aggravate the piss out of people.
And pushing your music 24/7 to annoy people, basically.
Yeah.
Your artist self can be that way.
Yeah.
But when you go back to your normal person,
just
be a good person.
Be a decent human being.
Right.
But like, I just figured out, honestly, the thing about like aggravating people with the music and stuff. Like, I don't know. Like, I've been trying to push my latest release recently. And it's like nothing else that I've done. It's a slow love song, and it's more on the countryside and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
But Like, I'm constantly just putting it in front of people's faces, and it still crosses my mind. I'm like, damn, I'm probably starting to piss people off with this. Like,
Yeah, but that's the thing is like you just gotta get the stick in people's heads because as much as there's some haters out there, there's that many more people that like it,
definitely.
So you just gotta remember that side of it.
Definitely.
So we're talking about music here. I think we should get into that.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Big time.
We're back at it with some music.
Yeah.
What's this first song you're gonna play for us?
So this first song, I'm gonna do that one I was talking about earlier, "Loser Like Me." Little background on the song. Like I said, I wrote it about my wife and how she's just as lame as I am, and how you never know that somebody that was so, everybody's dream is just
right
like me. For lack of better words.
Right. Cool.
Yeah, dude. I mean, but here it goes. She used to be every outcast dream. Dated the star of the football team. No way in hell she'd ever fall for a guy like me. Guy like me. She used to run with the popular crowd. They'd probably laugh if they knew where she was now. Loving somebody who was nobody, but if you ask me, in reality, deep down she's a loser just like me. Likes getting high all night and watching MTV. Thought she was so cool, had everybody fooled, so they just couldn't believe that their perfect little homecoming queen was just a loser like me. Her mom and dad must be real pissed off. They're probably wondering where they went wrong. Seeing the little girl running around with some asshole, guess they ain't figured out. Deep down she's a loser just like me. Likes getting high all night and watching MTV. Thought she was so cool, had everybody fooled, so they just couldn't believe that the perfect little homecoming queen, she just a loser like me. Yeah, she smokes when she drinks, loves Nirvana and Creed. She's got tattoos in places you can't see. Deep down she's a loser just like me. Likes getting high all night and watching MTV. Thought she was so cool, had everybody fooled, so they just couldn't believe that their perfect little homecoming queen, she just a loser like me. She just a loser like me.
Brother.
Hell yeah.
Great song.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
You have a great voice too,
Thank
dude.
you. I appreciate it.
I definitely hear the Garth Brooks co-escal combo.
Yeah.
That's sick. Honestly, it's a great compliment. You sound
Appreciate
good, dude.
it, man.
So who'd you write that one with?
So that was with Sean Ward and PJ Repetto.
Nice.
Yeah. So we were driving through the mountains going back home one day, and like we were
It's
right
clever
there.
as fuck.
I appreciate it, dude. It was one of those. I was really glad that a couple people turned down the idea, because I brought it to a couple rights, and some guys, and it always sucks to hear, but you're like, okay. Yeah. When somebody says, I don't know, dude, I think you ought to write that yourself.
Yeah, they just don't understand that.
Exactly.
That's them saying, yeah, I just don't get it.
But I mean, it couldn't have happened better.
Right.
Me and Sean and PJ were writing. They heard it. They liked it. We finished it, and now we've been in the studio cutting. That bitch sounds good, dude.
Sick.
I'm excited to put that one
I'm
out
excited
big time.
too.
Big time.
Damn. So what's the second song you got for us?
So, the second one's going to be completely different direction.
Yeah. Let's do
So,
it.
one thing that I do want to do one day, I love, like, traditional country music, like the neo-traditional style, like the Garth Brooks and the Alan Jackson, the 80s and 90s kind of deal.
Yeah.
One day I want to try and do a concept album to where, like Hardy style, where the first half's like country and the second half's rock, know, but it's like that older, like 80s, 90s country and then the rock stuff.
Right.
So this one is probably going to be on there if I can't get anybody to cut it first, that'd be sick too.
Let's do it.
It's called Dead Red Roses, and it's like kind of like a spin on 2 Dozen Roses.
I love it. Yeah, that's a sick title.
I'm excited, dude. I went and bought you a dozen roses, hoping to catch you before you left, thinking that maybe your heart might open up to giving us a second chance. But I guess I pulled in the drive just a little too late, 'cause now I'm sitting here with a bouquet of dead red roses, thinking I could have saved some time by just coming home, knowing that wither away has left me hopeless, 'cause you got gone and all I've got is dead red roses. Yes, I was thinking it would make it alright, and maybe you would stay one more night. I should've known the cost wouldn't be worth what I lost, 'cause now I'm sitting here with a bouquet of dead red roses, thinking I could have saved some time by just coming home, knowing that wither away has left me hopeless, 'cause you got gone and all I've got is dead red roses. She was gone when I walked through the door. Guess we've both got petals down on the floor, 'cause now I'm sitting here with a bouquet of dead red roses, thinking I could have saved some time by just coming home, knowing that wither away has left me hopeless, 'cause you got gone and all I've got is dead red roses. You got gone and all I've got is dead red roses.
That's a damn country song right there. If I
I'm
heard
telling
one.
you, dude.
Dude, that's a great
If
one.
I've never heard one in my life, that's
Dude,
one.
that's a good song right there, man. Who did you write that one with?
That was with my buddy Caleb Kennedy.
Okay.
We
nice.
wrote a lot of stuff last year, and that was honestly, that's probably one of my favorite songs.
Caleb Kennedy. I know that guy.
Yeah.
He has a good fucking voice.
Dude, he's awesome. And he's a great songwriter,
Dude,
too.
so good.
He is.
Damn, bro. You pulled that one out of my back of my brain.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, I used to listen to his stuff back in the day when he put some stuff out. And, Dude, so good. Like, honestly, shout out Caleb Kennedy. If you want to come on the pod, please let me know.
Big time.
I would love that because
Yeah.
like he kind of has that like Jason Aldean vibe, but
yeah,
like he does it in
definitely.
his way. It's just like, dude,
And
so
he's got,
good.
dude, he's a good dude.
Yeah.
And it's just honestly one of the most incredible songwriters I've ever been able to write with. You know,
You gotta get him on here.
oh, dude,
You gotta reach out to him.
Definitely. Yeah, we can do that.
What's this third song you got for us?
I'm gonna do one. So this dude, it's a whole vibe. Like, I don't know about you, but like, honestly, there used to be some nights where I just sit alone and just drink. I mean, yeah, I was about to say drink music. I listen to music and just drink a shit potload of beer. And like,
I drink music and listen.
drink music and listen to beer.
Yeah, that's a title right there, brother.
Yeah. I'm writing that tomorrow, dude. What you doing at 11?
Hey, we can figure it out.
I'm down. Yeah, but this is one. It's one of those like, it's just a cool song title, and it's probably been done before. I never check if it's been done, but I was like, you know, a song called "Hungover You" would be pretty cool.
Yep.
You know, but
That's cool.
It's literally just and this song's probably gonna be coming out sometime next year too. But it's just a song about you know, you're with this girl in this relationship and it's just awful and she's stringing you along. She goes out every night with some dude and you're just sitting at home by yourself drinking, you know. And yeah, so Hungover You.
Let's do it.
Where do you get off knowing I'm sitting here drowning? It's a night you won't call, so there ain't no doubting. Got a bottle to my head and it's already pounding. Why won't you just leave? I don't know why I try to hold on to someone who loves to get me gone. I wish my mind would give it a rest. Can't be sober, laying in an empty bed. Come morning light, bloodshot eyes. We'll be waking up next to the road, and I'll be hung over you. Every night is the same. Fuck, wondering where you've been. Ain't nothing changed. I'm just drunk and I can't quit. No, I can't quit. No, no, no. I don't know why I try to hold on to someone who loves to get me gone. And I wish my mind would give it a rest. Can't be sober, laying in an empty bed. Come morning light, bloodshot eyes. We'll be waking up next to the road, and I'll be hung over you. I don't know why I try to hold on to someone who loves to get me gone. I wish my mind come morning light, bloodshot eyes. We'll be waking up next to the pro, and I'll be hung over you.
It's a great fucking song, dude.
Thank you, dude.
It reminds me of like just that old traditional like co-wetzel that like everyone loves and
It's just a
wants.
vibe, yeah.
You know?
Like, it's a wants.
you know,
Please.
you know, it's so
Please.
crazy. Like, dude, I would love if Co just like went to his archive and just said, "Hey, these are a lot of songs from a lot of years ago,
Yeah.
but we're gonna release them." You know, it's just
Dude, it'd be so freaking awesome. Like, honestly, that's one of those guys. He does not have a bad song, in
No.
my opinion. Like
No.
the first album, first EP, "Love and Lies." You ever heard that?
yes,
Dude,
Yeah.
my god, it's
yeah,
not a bad song. Like you can tell, you can see the growth through like the songwriting process and everything. But that's
Yeah.
like with anybody. But
Yeah.
like, they're all good.
yeah. No, seriously, he has some dude, yeah, crazy songs, just unbelievable talent, unbelievable voice, but entertainer.
Oh yeah.
Like you go to, I've been to probably him like his concert the most. I'm gonna say 5 or 6 times now.
Same.
And
exact same.
It's
5 or
just
6
like
times, dude.
every single time. I'm like,
Gets better and better.
it's so good.
Yeah,
Shout out
dude.
Co Wetzel.
Yeah, dude.
Shout out Justin Corley here, man.
Dude,
You're
thank
killing
you,
it right
dude.
now, man.
Appreciate you, man.
So what's this fourth song you're gonna sing for us?
So this is actually going to be the song that's done the best for me. I put this song out the day before my birthday last year.
Okay.
And it's been just awesome, dude.
Sick.
It just passed 200K streams like a couple months ago. So it's very, very special to me, and it's like one of the, I'm very, very proud of this because it's like very much like what I'm trying to go after.
Right.
You know, the sound that I'm kind of not necessarily chasing, but the image that I have. You know,
Right.
but it's called "Say Goodbye." You're gonna find also like all my songs are about terrible relationships. But dude, I just think that shit's thematic. You
Hey,
know?
people are going through it left and right.
It just be like that, dude. If you're going through it, we're going through it together, dude.
Yeah,
You know, that's
right.
part of it.
100%.
But yeah, it's out everywhere you can listen to music, and it goes like this. You only call me when you're drunk. I only answer if I'm high. We always tell ourselves that we ain't good together, but we can never say goodbye. I'm just a source of all our problems. You're just a bitch and that's a fact. You always say there's better out there, so go ahead and find them fast. 'Cause I'm so sick and tired being tied to a world that revolves around you. You only call me when you're drunk. I only answer if I'm high. We always tell ourselves that we ain't good together. We can never say goodbye. Never want me when you're sober. I really wish that it was over. We always tell ourselves that we ain't good together. We can never say goodbye. So I'm saying goodbye. We've been done for so damn long. It can't go on like this no more. 'Cause you only call me when you're drunk. I only answer if I'm high. Yeah, we always tell ourselves that we ain't good together. We can never say goodbye. Never want me when you're sober. Really wish that it was over. We always tell ourselves that we ain't good together. We can never say goodbye. So I'm saying goodbye. 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 I'm saying goodbye.
Justin Corley, everyone.
Oh yeah, dude.
Who'd you write that one with?
Caleb.
Nice.
Yeah, again. Like I said, dude, hell of a writer.
Dude.
He's awesome.
That's so tight. Dude, thank you for coming on.
Dude, thank you so much for having me, man.
I just became such a big fan of yours.
I appreciate
I
that.
just I'm a big fan of Co and like that style and stuff, and like you fit that perfectly. And it's like, but you've played like some of the like that Garth Brooks vibe, and like I definitely hear that. And it's sick, dude. It's so
appreciate
cool.
That, man.
I love
Big
it. Thanks
time.
for coming on, man.
Thank you so much.
Hey, go check out Justin Corley on all platforms.
Please.
He's got music coming out.
Yeah, dude.
He puts out content. He loves doing it. You know, it's hard to do, but he still loves doing it.
It is.
So, thanks, man. Cheers. And,
Cheers up, dude.
We'll have to do this again.
I'm down.
Absolutely.
Thank y'all.